Coming up on Lexington Now, reforest the bluegrass, mulching and pruning, and downtown happenings. This and more up next on this week's edition of Lexington Now. I'm Sherelle Roberts, and welcome to this first spring edition of Lexington Now, where we give you a look at what's going on in the urban county government. An annual spring favorite is just around the corner. I'm talking about Reforest the Bluegrass. John Saylor with Environmental Services spoke with us about the events and some of the main sponsors and what you can expect from this event.
This year, 2017, Reforest the Bluegrass is going to be out at Heisel Park again. There's like 6 miles of trail, but it was an ag farm that was deeded to the city, and we're going to basically get as many trees out there as we can. We're hoping to plant another 5,000 to 7,000 seedlings. We love the location out there. It's a great spot. We love hosting this event each year for the city, and this year's event is going to be April 15th from 9 until 1. So Reforest the Bluegrass is not just something that the city hosts and puts on, but it's one of the reasons I love Reforest is because it's across the board, whether it's private to the citizens. We have the corporations who sponsor the event, like Kentucky American, Kentucky Utilities, Lexmark, and then also Fortune Collision. Those are our main sponsors for the event, and the event wouldn't happen unless those guys were supportive and part of our event. So they're going to come and talk to you about why they love Reforest the Bluegrass.
Kentucky American Water has helped to sponsor Reforest the Bluegrass actually since its inception back in the late 90s, and we're really proud to have been a partner all those years. Reforest the Bluegrass is a great way to get citizens engaged in environmental stewardship, and for us in particular, it's a great way for them to help protect our urban waterways. So it's been a great way for us to get our employees involved, for our company to be involved, and then to get the community involved in some kind of activity that we can all appreciate for years to come. And it's especially neat to go around Fayette County and see all these wonderful parks where these forests are growing that we've helped be a part of in some small way over the last several years. So it's a great project, and we encourage everyone to come out for it.
We've been a part of Reforest from the very beginning, and really folks came to us and said, would you like to participate, and we really weren't sure what a Reforest project would look like or what it would feel like, but we felt like because of the environmental attachment to it that we have as a company, that it would be a good thing to become involved with. And in fact, over the years, it has become a really good thing for our company to be involved with, and also to get our employees involved with it, to participate as people who go out and plant the seedlings. We give away free tree seedlings at this event as well. So it's an all-encompassing kind of thing for us as a company and us as employees. And it's a really good thing for the city because there are a lot of places that now have trees that wouldn't have had them otherwise.
Lexmark likes to be involved in the communities where we live and work. Our employees like to participate and give back, and all year round we are jumping in where needed, and Reforest the Bluegrass is a great place to participate and make a difference. Lexmark's been committed since the beginning, and 17 years later, our communities, air, land, water, are still reaping the benefits of the first event. So it's a program that keeps on going. The benefits just keep coming. Our employees like to come out and plant trees, enjoy the educational boost, bring their families. People of all ages can participate.
It's important with the environment, giving back to the environment, helping with the watersheds, planting roots, planting trees. We plant trees and then, have the roots to hold the dirt in place and keep the erosion from happening and so forth. And, grass grow, it's green space, and we just feel it's a vital part of the community to help put trees back into the environment. We've developed over the period of time a friendship and a relationship with people who've come year after year, and it's just good to see those people coming out, bringing their families out, planting a tree, and the joy they get from that from one year to the next year.
This is a really good project for the city and for the community. I mean, you know, Lexington is a good place for people to live, and the quality of life here is something that if you have an opportunity to assist in what that quality of life is, in this case environmentally, why not do it? And so the opportunity is there, and if you as an individual or you as a family or you as a group of individuals want to come and do it, I would invite you to do it.
For more information about this event, you can visit the city's website. It's lexingtonky.gov. And this is not only the time where we plant trees in the city, it's also time to start thinking about the plants in your own backyard. John Saylor has some tips for you on mulching and pruning so that you can get the most out of your home's landscaping. Too much mulch is a bad thing.
When we see trees that are mulched like a volcano, like the tree's about to be shot out of the mulch, that is not a good thing for the tree.
Well, that's a comical way to say not to over mulch, but there's a real method to this mulch madness.
When we have so much mulch around the tree, especially at the base of the tree, we have rodents that can overwinter in that mulch and basically chew at the bark of the tree. You want mulch to be no greater than 4 inches, and you want it to break down. You want that at the end of the season to have to add more mulch.
So what's the right way to do it?
If you do have the mountain of volcano mulch ring on your tree, then you can just pull that mulch off. It's a real simple fix. You can just take it, just extend that mulch ring and pull the mulch away from the base of the tree. So they're just going to show you, how to make that. And even up against the trunk of the tree, you just want a light dusting.
Follow these tips for healthy, happy trees this spring.
In our street tree ordinance, we say that street trees need to be 7 feet cleared over the sidewalk and 12 over the street.
But not everybody follows the rules, making it tough to walk, run, drive, and see in neighborhoods. And breaking the rules isn't just a nuisance. It can also mean a fine for lawbreakers.
Just encourage everyone to take a look at their trees and kind of think about in the future what branches are going to be impacting the right-of-way on the street side and then also on the sidewalk.
And if you don't know how to prune, John Saylor has some tips for you.
You never want to just cut and leave a stub. You want to take it back to a lateral branch, and typically you want to take it back to something that's a third in size of what you're removing. And then you always want to prune out just the dead wood. A dead branch is just, it can be an open door for wound or disease to get into the trees. So I've got some dead pieces right there, and actually I'm going to take this on back to the lateral above, and then I'm going to take some of this finer dead out the interior of the tree that's just basically dead and doing nothing for us. And I'm taking it, notice I'm taking everything back to a branch. I'm not stubbing it off.
And he says if you do decide to prune, it's best to do it when your tree is young.
It's just like people, they can tolerate a little bit more, heavy, being a little heavy-handed on the pruning now. Not strip it clean, but basically they can take a lot more than if this tree was older. For more information about these and other tips from the Environmental Services section, you can log on to the city's website. It's lexingtonky.gov. You know, spring is also the time of year for those spring cleaning projects around your house. Lauren Monahan tells us how to get the job done.
Yes, there are lots of tips that we can discuss that can help with those spring cleaning projects, home improvement projects, painting projects, anything under the sun that a lot of residents are doing during this time of year as the weather continues to get warmer. Paint is something that we see frequently. If you no longer need paint, we have a few suggestions. We have a recycling program that was started back in 2009 with Habitat for Humanity over at their Restore on Southland Drive. They actually accept latex paint in their recycling program. They take that paint, they mix it with different colors. They've actually perfected a few different really neat colors with the recycled paint that they receive. And so you can actually purchase that paint as well. So you can not only recycle your paint, but you can purchase recycled paint over there at the Restore. That's for paint that isn't old, dried up. And so if you have paint that you are ready to get rid of, we just ask that you take the lid off that paint can, you mix it with paint hardener, kitty litter, sawdust. Any of those items will help harden your paint. Stir it up, set the lid back on there. You can set it at the curb for our crews to take care of when they come by on your regular service day. You can also go ahead and put that bagged inside your Herbie container, and that's also a safe way, of course, after it's been hardened. A lot of you, while you're cleaning out your garages or other parts of your homes this spring season, may have hazardous chemicals to get rid of. We ask that you hold on to those chemicals until our next hazardous waste collection event, which allows for residents to drop off any hazardous chemicals, old oil, oil-based paint, pesticides, fertilizers, furniture, varnish or finish, items such as this that you don't want to put in your Herbie since they are hazardous. So that we ask that you hold on to those until our next hazardous take-back event occurs. You can also look on the label. Sometimes labels on these hazardous chemicals contain information on safe disposal methods, or they have a phone number that you can call for more information, or even a website. That's something, if you'd like to just go ahead and maybe try to dispose of that in a safe way before our next hazardous collection, you can always look at the back label on some of those items. We've got a couple different ways that you can dispose of items that you may not need any longer. One such item is appliances. We also refer to those as white goods. That's anything from a stove to a refrigerator or freezer, washers and dryers. These items can be serviced by the city if you receive city trash collection. All it requires is a call to LexCall at 311 or 425-2255, and we will send a special truck different from the regular trucks that service your neighborhood every single week. And so that's why all you have to do is call LexCall. They will send a truck out to pick up that appliance. Residents of Lexington can also take appliances to environmental recycling on Winchester Road. And you can visit our website for more information on that drop-off service. As residents get outside more in the spring and summer seasons and begin pruning your lawns and your gardens, the Division of Waste Management offers yard waste pickup. We pick up items such as leaves, grass clippings, tree branches. So we recommend, if you don't have a container, please call LexCall and request one. This is the best way to have your yard waste picked up from your location. We have yard waste routes that run through the neighborhood every single week on your regular collection day. Construction and demolition material is not serviced by the Division of Waste Management at the curb. If you have this material and you have a contractor doing that work for you, consult with them. They may have a way to dispose of that for you. We also accept that material at our Fayette County transfer station located at 1505 Old Frankfort Pike. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to go to our website. We have lots of information on there. You can also call LexCall at 311. Our website is www.lexingtonky.gov/waste management.
Stay with us. Coming up after the break, we'll tell you what's happening this week in downtown Lexington.
Hello, I'm Detective Mark Thomas with the Lexington Police Department. You may also know me from Bluegrass Crime Stoppers. I'm here to talk to you a little bit today about a new texting system that we have available through any smartphone. In the body of your message, you can text LexPD plus your tip to crimes. When you're submitting anonymous information, we ask that you include several things that would help us conduct the investigations more thoroughly, such as a person's name, their home address, possible license plate numbers, any other people involved, or why you think that they're conducting the type of activity that you believe that they are. All of those things, no matter how small you believe they could be, are relevant to the investigation. So please include those. So remember, you can send your anonymous tip information either through text, you can call the Bluegrass Crime Stoppers anonymous tip line at 859-253-2020, or you can go online to bluegrasscrimestoppers.com. Thank you.
This message is brought to you by the U.S. Fire Administration. Have two ways out. When fire strikes, deadly smoke can fill your home within minutes. That's why the USFA wants you to plan and practice home fire drills. Draw a map of each level of your home showing all doors and windows. Discuss the map with everyone who lives with you. Practice your home fire drill at least twice a year. Make sure all doors and windows that lead outside open easily. Push the smoke alarm button to start the drill. Try feeling your way in the dark or with your eyes closed. Have at least two ways out of every room. If your first way out is blocked by fire or smoke, you can use your second way out. If there is smoke, get low and go. Crawl quickly under the smoke to your nearest exit. Close doors behind you and gather at a pre-planned outside meeting place where first responders can see you. Call 911. Remember, get out and stay out. Never go back inside for people, pets, or things. Learn more at www.usfa.fema.gov.
Welcome back to the show. Spring is a great time to head to downtown Lexington. Here's what you can expect to see and find this week.
Are you looking for things to do this week in downtown Lexington? This Monday at the Downtown Lexington Public Library in the Farish Theater, there will be a film screening of Allied starting at 7 p.m. For more information, visit lexpublib.org. On Tuesday at Lexington Beer Works is Team Trivia Tuesday starting at 8 p.m. For more information, visit lexingtonbeerworks.com. Then on Thursday, Hopcat is having a Great Lakes Brewing Company beer dinner starting at 7 o'clock. For more information and tickets, visit facebook.com/Hopcat Lexington. On Friday at the Bluegrass Tavern is Comedy Night from 8 p.m. till 11. Also this weekend is the Central Kentucky Home and Garden Show at Heritage Hall. For times and more information, visit lexingtoncenter.com. If you're looking for something to do, downtown Lexington has it all. Visit downtownlex.com or find us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram.
And spring is not only time for great downtown events and enjoying beautiful trees and flowers. Unfortunately, it's also the beginning of severe weather season. In fact, March is Severe Storms Preparedness Month. Here's what you need to know to prepare and stay safe when the weather can bring just about anything. Severe weather can strike at any time, but especially this time of the year.
One of the things that we focus on a lot this time of year, obviously, are destructive spring storms. Historically, our worst storms generally happen from about late January to about late May, when we get the warm fronts come through and spawn off very often tornadoes. The best defense you have against destructive weather, especially this time of year, is awareness. And with the advent of 24-hour weather stations, but more importantly, personal electronic devices, the ability to keep track of weather as it moves and as it threatens has greatly increased.
And he adds that having a weather radio is an absolute must.
The single biggest thing that we really recommend that every household have is a NOAA weather radio. These weather radios will be automatically activated by the National Weather Service in the event of approaching dangerous weather. These new systems are great. I know that if people have had some of the older ones, they used to go off all the time for, every storm from Paducah to Pikeville. But with the technologies of the new ones, you can narrow it down right to your county.
Brandewie says it's especially important during the springtime because storms can come right during the middle of the night.
The siren systems we have in the city are only designed to warn people that are outside. And so if you're inside your house and it's late at night or you're in bed, the single best way to be alerted of the approach of very dangerous weather would be to procure a NOAA weather radio. They're available at Walmart's, Kroger's, Radio Shacks. We recommend that every family maintain one. try to maintain a kit at your house, to be somewhat self-sufficient for a day or two. Our website, and the Fayette County Emergency Management website, we have some readiness tips about what to keep in a kit: a radio, a flashlight, some water, perhaps prepare for extended power outages, and have a plan.
If you choose not to make a kit at home, you should at least read up on some of the steps you can take to be safe inside of your home.
You should always get to the lowest point in your house, the furthest away from any opening to the outside, doors, windows, whatever. Of course, if you have a basement, basement's obviously the best place to go. Again, you just kind of want to get away from the outside in case things start to blow around, and try to avoid injury that way. But otherwise, our primary thing that we try to tell the citizens is be aware.
For more information about keeping yourself and your family safe, you can visit BeReadyLexington.com. It is going to be another busy week here in City Hall, and our television coverage includes the Urban County Arts Review Board on Wednesday and the Board of Adjustment on Friday. You can watch these meetings live on GTV3 or streaming on our website, or you can watch any archived meeting and find a complete calendar of meetings and events at lexingtonky.gov. Well, that's all for this week's edition of Lexington Now. We'll return next week with more news from your Urban County government. But in the meantime, you can keep up with what we're doing by following us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. You can also get the latest on any traffic delays by following us on Twitter. Our handle there is @LexRex. Or if you're the type of person who likes to see exactly what's going on, you can check out our live interactive cameras on our website, lexingtonky.gov. For the staff and producers at GTV3, I'm Sherelle Roberts, and that's it for now.
The preceding program was produced through the facilities of GTV3.